Cool.
If not, anybody that's not here can catch on or watch the video. So end of week 4, we were just talking about it. I know this was a hard one. I know it's a hard one,
This
but
week was hard.
yeah. And of course, it was like the worst week for me too. And I so apologize to you guys for not being on it.
Don't worry about it, Mel. You don't need to
But
apologize.
yeah, this was a hard week. And I guess let's start out by just checking in and seeing how it went for everyone. Andy, do you want to start? I know you really had some sugar cravings and having a hard time with the recipes.
You know what? I actually did okay. I did have sugar cravings. I never gave in to them, but I sure did have them. I kept everything really, really simple this week. I just didn't plan like I should have. So everything was kept, very, very simple, like salads and grilled chicken breast and, things like that where I didn't have to think much with it.
Right. But it gets boring quick.
It does, which is why I need the recipes. And I did. I went on and I found some online and stuff. So I have some and we'll go grocery shopping tomorrow and get everything. But just amazing at how much the hidden sugars are. Like, so I was really enjoying my coffee and almond milk. And now there's like natural flavors in all of them. And
Yep.
so yeah, and then I do have teas, but I make them into like iced teas. Well, they all have natural flavors in them, so those are gone. So I have 14 boxes of different tea things, like red raspberry iced tea and peach iced tea and everything, all natural flavors. So all those are gone. So I have one box of herbal tea that I'm like, I better start liking it. Although I'm going to go get some more tomorrow, and I'm but I am, I'm doing okay. I just need to plan. I really, really need to plan because otherwise I'm bored with what I've eaten this week.
Right. So, and so the recipe, you had asked a question about, because I had posted the recipe, which they just actually changed it over to daily recipe. We just got a notice yesterday, actually, or 2 days ago, that it's up and running, because we keep having the problems. And I noticed that you requested to join WildFit 2018. Corey had already done that, and we accidentally joined her, and we had to make her delete it because we're like, we don't want you joining that group. Those were returning people that came back and were doing the challenge together again and formed their own group. And we did not want, hold on, I'm going
to. Oh, it is her. I thought it was mine.
I was
this
worried it was
janky
me.
old cord. I didn't know what was going on.
I don't know if it's, anyway. If that's me, okay. Somebody else talk. I'm turning mine off. Somebody talk for 1 second.
Well, I didn't know that was a group. I just was looking up for anything that was WildFit that might have recipes in it. So it's fine if it's like a specific closed group. That's not a problem. But the one a day or the daily recipe things, it's like one recipe. And I was a little like.
No, yeah, okay. So let me get back to that. Oh, it's mine, darn it.
It is.
Okay. I'm turning, maybe if I turn. So that group, the only reason why I don't want you to join that yet, and later it's fine, you can, but we don't want you going ahead. We don't want you learning what's happening in the future. That's part of how the program works. We don't want you to see what's coming next.
Gotcha. No, I understand. That's fine.
And then as far as the recipes, that's why they just changed it also in the daily one, because they don't want the recipes showed all the seasons and showed that way you had an idea of what was coming, and you're not there yet, and we don't want you to be there yet. So the other reason why is they really want us to learn to be learn to be self-sufficient, to learn how to find recipes ourselves, or to figure out how to, here's my key. To learn how to go on, to just think of something, or even if you have something at a restaurant. Can you even hear me, guys, or am I too broken up?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you.
I'm gonna get a different computer out, sorry, but not tonight, obviously. My kitty keeps jumping because we want you to learn how to live this lifestyle if you choose to, and be able to think, oh, this is a cool, this sounds super good. Google it and try and figure out how to make the recipe yourself. We don't want you to be totally dependent on people giving you the recipe. We want you, but I think within our group we absolutely can share recipes, but I really understand why they just changed that. They don't want you to have access to all the recipes right now.
Oh,
Although,
yeah.
you know, they're just redoing everything with everything about WildFit right now. And some coaches have suggested that maybe we can release more recipes for the season, you know, or whatever, you know, if maybe that week or something we could release more recipes. So that did just come up, and they've been really great about working with us and wanting suggestions and wanting input on how to better the whole way WildFit works. So I definitely will bring that up more, you know, in the weekly meetings that we have, and say this is something that I think would help people a lot, is having those recipes available. So more than just one a day, but in the meantime, we can at least share more recipes and have more ideas of what you can make. You know, for me, like, you know, that kale recipe I put up there, I know it's so generic, but you really could just throw all those things in the crock pot, and you don't have to saute them before. That's just how I like it. I made that soup last night because I have it on hand all the time. It's like my go-to quick hot meal, and I was getting really sick of it, so I just added coconut milk and curry powder to it, and it was so good. I was like, ooh, this is so yummy. A totally different flavor, but still, and actually, you know, the good fat from the coconut milk is good. I mean, we're getting super close into moving into spring. The fat burning, whether you need to lose weight or not, is good for you. And, you know, good healthy fats, that would be a really great one, is getting coconut milk in there. So you guys, if we can, if you have any easy recipes, I just put some
just now.
Thank you.
Sorry
And
to interrupt. Yeah.
that idea of Andrea and Sandy about replacing the taco shell with the cabbage.
That's Andrea's idea.
Or Andrea. I mean, that's so great because texture is so important to me, and having that crunch, I mean, it's awesome.
Cabbage is just super filling, and you know, you can do bok choy too, and it's not a thing that we go to very often. I know it's not my turn, but it's just another kind of, it tastes in between like cabbage and chard. It's kind of an in-betweener, and you can cook it or not. You can saute it, you can put
grill
it in the soup.
Too.
You can do whatever. And they have the little baby kinds. They're like pak choy, but they're just small ones, and you can get, like, you know, I don't know if you look for them in the store, but we're going to grow those, Sandy. We're going to grow the pak choy. They're super easy to grow, and their turnover is really quick. Just saying.
Very cool.
That's awesome. And then I think that's a great idea. I mean, soups are so easy. They're so quick, easy go-to, and you can just throw the ingredients in your crock pot or your pressure cooker. Well, that thing cooks really quick, right?
Know,
So you
I have a I just went to Costco. If you don't mind if I interrupt you for a second. Yesterday, I found
No.
Kirkland. So you know how they have the sample guys out there. They had the guy doing the it was chicken stock. It was organic chicken stock Kirkland's, and I just had a little cup, and I hadn't had anything. I just had water. Like I hadn't tasted anything in the store yet, and it was delicious by itself. It wasn't. It, you know, it depends on if you're a salty person, but I felt like it was like homemade. It tasted great. So
Wait, did you read the ingredients?
well, yeah, it's just chicken and it's just stock. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
that's
just,
awesome.
it's organic. So, um, they had it for like $9.95 for 6 boxes, which makes it less than $2 a box, which you can never get that. So I
That's
bought
awesome.
some, and I just came home and whipped up a chicken vegetable soup super fast, and I had that in like 30 minutes. And then this morning I turned it into, I threw some more veggies and some more, and then I threw kale in it, and then I threw some organic corn, just to sprinkled it on in there just for, because there's no grains or whatever. And then I also got this molcajete salsa at Costco that is $5, and they give you 2 containers, and it's peppers, and I just put a few tablespoons in the soup, and then it was a whole different soup. Same soup, but then it was a different soup the next day. Anyways,
Yeah, see, that's
so
awesome.
I moved my last night's soup into lunch.
That's killer. But you switched it up and got a different flavor, a different.
Yeah, it was actually better today, of course.
Wait, what? That's the Kirkland brand you said?
It was the Kirkland organic, yeah, and so
That's awesome.
but it's just fast, you know. Soup, you just think, oh God, then I gotta boil the chicken, and you know, if you just want some soup, then you got some soup. And quite honestly, if it's cold out, I would just pour some in a mug, put it in the microwave with a little lemon and pepper, and I'm done. Sippy.
Andy, there you go. There's your drink. If you're, that's good protein to just.
Yeah, and it's really just, it's delicious. I was amazed at how good it was just by itself. So I was sold by the sample, bought a case.
Okay, so Kirkland, because it's, you know, I didn't have any, and I went to the regular grocery store instead of the health food store, and every organic chicken stock, vegetable stock, every single one of them had sugar in it. And
you're making me freak out now. I've got to go look. I'm like, now I'm all paranoid.
And it had like all these other like things that I didn't like. Every single one, and the ones that were low sodium were worse. They were way worse. They like add extra stuff because they took the salt out. So yeah, check it.
Well, there's no sugar, 0 sugars, but like toward the very end, it has everything in it that says natural flavor. You know, but I mean, I'm just going to eat them anyway because I bought them.
Well,
there's only good stuff, but maybe.
And you know, the last flavor, the last one in there, the last ingredient
is the smallest.
The first is the highest.
Yeah, so it's toward the end, and you know,
whatever. See, there's another. I mean, I was blown away. I was sitting in the freaking grocery store, like with my. I didn't have my glasses, so I had to use my magnifying glass. Like, what the heck? I was so mad.
I know, it's a pisser.
I understand that, Andrea, that you're going to eat yours, even though it's got the natural flavors in it. But starting next week, we're not supposed to, even though I probably
Well, because I bought it and it's actually quite good, and you know.
I'll tell you, if you're gonna cheat, then really. I mean, I'm not saying cheat like big cheat. If you did, don't beat yourself up. But we're not in deep spring yet, and you're still having a little bit of sugar, and you bought that. You're not going to waste it, and you want to use it.
No, I'm not, and it tastes good. And so
when we go into deep spring, I would definitely not. But I mean, right now to get rid of it, I wouldn't suggest. You know, and some of you have weaknesses, and maybe did. But you can jump right back on and just be like, you know, learn from it and pay attention to why you did it and how it made you feel, and you know, don't beat yourself up about it, but just learn from it and move on. Don't give up and stop the program because you messed
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
I have a question. You know the organic coconut milk shows, and it has no added sugar. And you open it up, and it's got, you know, like the coagulated stuff, the fat. Yeah. So I love that. And like a couple times a day, I go in my fridge and open that up and take a couple of little bites of that. Is that bad?
Absolutely not. It's the good fat, and
It's the coconut oil, just like if you got coconut
Okay.
oil, Sandy.
Love-
Yeah.
love it. Oh my God, it's my new butter.
Uh-huh.
it's creamy. That's what I poured that whole thing into my soup. Added some curry, and it was like, oh man, this is so good.
Yeah,
And
you had a coconut curry soup. Delicious.
I just pour it into a container and leave it in my fridge and go back to it every once in a while.
it is.
Yeah.
It's all rich and thick and creamy. And
I wonder if you put it in your Ninja or whatever the heck you got a Ninja, and then whip
And
it
add some
all up and whatever, and then put it in the freezer, and it might be a little frozen like coconut dealio.
it would.
Well,
And you know
I
what?
could do it in the morning when
Mhm.
I can have.
Well, I'm just saying if you wanted like an ice cream. If you're not really an
I-
ice cream guy, are you?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
care.
I used to do. Dairies bugged me for a while. I'm not. I used to do cream with. I would take the thick part off the top, and I added sugar, but I would probably now add something else that's not.
Sugar with coconut.
But I would whip it and whip it and whip it, and it made whipped cream. It was dreamy. So you'd have
Oh
like
my goodness!
it was so
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Serious?
Yeah,
dreamy.
you just got to get in your kitchen like it's
Exactly.
a lab.
There's
It's
so many
it's a lab.
recipes that have like some really dreamy, sweet recipes that are still really healthy for you. That you're just, there's definitely some good stuff.
Well, coconut has sugar in it, and it's natural. And I don't need sugar. I feel like it's sugar. It is sugar. And this week, I needed a treat. Let me tell you. So it was great.
Well, you don't have to add sugar to it. You could just add also. Don't take the part that's on the bottom, the liquid part. Take the top part and
Yeah.
whip it, and keep whipping it. And you could have a whipped cream that's not sweetened with it. If you want a different texture of coconut, or you like that thick, right?
There, I'm down. It's so good.
Me too. I'm a coconut freak. I love coconut everything.
You know the coconut swish that people do in their mouths for 20 minutes and then
Pulling.
okay, yeah,
Pulling.
I can't do that because I'll eat it first.
No, you can't.
I know, and then
That's
it's all
so
toxic because
Yeah.
it's pulling the stuff
No,
out.
I didn't get it swished. I mean,
Oh yeah,
right.
you just eat it straight away.
I tried to swish and it's over. Like
Just
I
take
can't,
just take a spoonful first and eat it, and then try to
it won't work. It won't work. I naturally just eat it. It's just
Yeah. I like put it on my body. I use it for everything. Like it's the magic potion. I love it. Okay, so Andy, I know this is a hard time and it is gonna get easier. It's just it's temporary.
Good. I'm good. It's that time of the month. I'm breaking out. Like it all came together. That's why I'm totally craving the sugar. And the recipe thing, I think I just felt overwhelmed because I haven't planned ahead. So I was really just felt kind of scrambly, knowing that I have so much in my house that has so many of the things that we can't have. And so I just felt a little flustered. So I worked through it. I've got, my recipes for next week. I found a stuffed pepper soup with riced cauliflower in it. So I'm kind of excited about that. And then I found some spaghetti squash kale and egg recipe. And so I found some things that I'm excited to try out. So, and I've lost 8 pounds. So
What?
wow.
Wow,
You're not even
that's
supposed to be
awesome.
losing weight yet.
That's a lot.
Are your clothes fitting different? And
yes, yes,
That's
they
awesome.
are. Like a little bit in the waistband, but I'm noticing it mostly in my boobs. So I'll take it.
Hell
That's
yeah,
awesome.
good job.
Thank you.
It hasn't even really started yet, so good for you. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I'm feeling good. So even though I sounded like desperate, I was trying to put out there, what I was going through, but it's just a hump, and I got over it, so we're good.
And if you're craving sugar right now, just try and eat more fruit in the morning. I know it's hard. You can have to do little amounts, but try and get your sugar fix in the morning.
And that's what I did. Is the 2 nights that I really felt it the next morning, I ate fruit like right up to like 12 o'clock.
Perfect.
So it worked.
Perfect. Good for you. Yay. That's great. I'm so happy.
Andy, I had a little meltdown in the grocery store with my husband. I'm like, there's nothing here for me. And then I was like, wait a minute, I sound like a complete brat. And I just, okay, I can do this. But I did. I was like, what's the point of even going shopping?
Right. It's going to get hard. But yeah, even my husband's like, what can you have? Because I told him about my teas. And he's like, so what can you have? And I'm like,
nothing.
Chamomile and
yeah, and I said, yeah. Right. I said, I actually can have a lot. I just have to wrap my brain around how to do it. And once, it's not convenient. And it will be convenient later. But just right now, I can't just go pull out the box of mac and cheese or the jar of spaghetti sauce or whatever. I have to think. You got to think now.
You have to grow a whole garden.
Which my son and I are going to do once we, in a couple weeks. We're going to start planting stuff. So
good.
Start our first garden.
That's wonderful. And zucchini grows like amazing.
And I love zucchini. My son doesn't, but we have he's going to have his own side, and I'm going to have my own side. And yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it'll be
good.
Give
your zucchini space because they get the plants.
Do they? Okay.
But it's worthy.
Yummy.
And you don't like tea at all. You're not, because the minute goes super fast. It just starts going crazy. Andy, are you not into tea, right?
What was that?
Oh, you guys can't hear me, can you?
No, we can hear you. It just sometimes a word breaks up.
It cuts out.
I was saying the mint grows really quick and easy, but you're not big on tea, right?
Yeah. Can I put mint in just my water if I get? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, and it was like I said the other day. It was so cold, and I hardly drank any water because it was and I worked outside, so I was cold all day, and I was like, I don't even want to drink water. So I'm gonna get some good hot teas, and I'm gonna work it in and chicken broth, turkey broth, whatever, and just start making it work.
You could also brew mint tea in the sun, just put mint in the sun, or use mint tea bags, and then put it in the refrigerator and drink it cold. I've done that a lot also in the summer when it's hot, or even, if you want something besides water, I do that a lot. Cold mint tea.
Okay.
It's kind of a little bit stronger than a mint in your water.
Mm-hmm.
Can we get an herbal tea that's not mint or peppermint? I mean,
look,
I've been looking.
Can we do this?
Gypsy Gold.
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my ladies.
What's turn it around to the recipe?
It's
gonna have natural
herbs.
flavors in it, I bet.
No, but it's got cinnamon, and so there's these flavors that are kind of, and you don't have to have a cold. You know what
ginger
I mean?
Is okay. I can't see all of it, but ginger's okay.
But I just found another tea in there that had stevia. I was so pissed. It's my favorite tea.
And be careful of the fruit teas. Even if there's no sugar, if they have fruit in it, you can't do that.
So this has elderflower, yarrow, peppermint, rosehip, cinnamon, ginger, safflower petal, clove flower bud, and licorice root.
Not licorice right now.
It's licorice root.
Oh, because licorice has gluten.
Oh,
licorice has wheat in it, right?
I don't know about licorice root. I can look into that.
It's organic licorice root dry aqueous extract, whatever that means. So that might be some weird kind of if it's an extract.
Extract is kind of creepy to but
Well, I'll look that up and see what that means. But this is what I've been drinking every time I sit down and talk to you guys, because I didn't even occur to me that tea would have anything, herbal tea would have anything
Right.
in it.
yeah,
Like it just,
be super careful because when we go into deep spring and you want your body to cycle out of burning sugar and
Oop,
into burning fat. And if you have anything that, if you're not, as they call it, flipping the switch to fat burning, it's not happening. It could be things like that. It could be
little
like,
tiny features.
exactly,
Yeah.
yeah.
When that happens, what about coconut milk? Does that get taken out?
That usually is fine. Some people
It's
are,
my new love.
but if you're not big on losing weight though, Sandy, right? You're just wanting the energy and
Yeah, but I mean, there's still toxins in my fat, in my body, so I'm going to need to burn some.
So we want you to go into deep spring regardless if you need to lose weight or not. It's good.
Oh yeah, I'm good with that. And
but if you're not releasing the weight, then that would be later something to take out. We would try other things first to see.
But it's not one of the first things, right?
No.
Okay.
Coconut is very much WildFit approved for every season.
Good. I'm actually happy there's something in my fridge that I really did.
Yeah.
Super.
Just everybody be super careful because there's like coconut creamers and coconut.
No,
Right.
this is straight organic Trader Joe's in a can.
Yep. Perfect.
But I went tea shopping today and it was really freaking depressing. It was really depressing.
Yeah, there's not a lot that you can, because they have teas or crap in them.
Basically, I'm drinking chamomile tea. That's
me too. Chamomile and mint. But luckily those are already my two favorites. So
coffee's mine, and black tea.
Me too.
yeah. It's just for now. Just for now. Just look at already how much you guys have all improved. I mean, and
it's
barely even started.
It's good. I mean, I will tell you though that today when I watched the videos, I almost passed out.
You're
I was like, really? You're taking everything I need.
That's how I felt last Friday.
But you got.
Yeah, I thought last week, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be easy. Not at all. This week was not easy at all.
It's hard because my go-to also was the bread, butter, cheese, crackers,
rice.
Like if you have a tummy ache, eat a cracker. If you are hungry, eat a sandwich. Everything is bread, every meal, and cheese, dairy. So that is hard to get used to, but you guys are doing it and figuring it out, and that's awesome. We just have to keep. I'm gonna get it together and start trying to figure out how to make real recipes and share them, but also really try to think of something that you love and you want to recreate. I mean, I know people have done cooked up some bacon and then threw in some shrimp with it, or I don't know, I'll try and just think of more things. But the mayo thing is really cool.
I made it great. Your mayo recipe is great.
Did it work good?
Oh my God. So you can have a BLT on your lettuce, and romaine lettuce works good. And yum. And that'll get you through because you feel like you're eating normal.
You can make
avocado on that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Grill up some onions and mushrooms in a pan and cook a burger and have a burger. That's really hearty. And have sweet potato fries. They're so easy to make. You just chop up sweet potato. You can even
fry them.
And then just put some coconut oil on them and some salt and pepper and throw them in the oven. And have a burger and fries. Just have it on a crunchy.
Or olive oil.
Yeah,
Because
or
the
olive oil.
my candy.
Does olive oil? I don't think it can tolerate as high heat though.
No, if you're not frying it, I bake them. I bake my
Well, I
sweet
make
potatoes.
it too, but it's almost fried to the pan. That's why I don't.
Yeah, but you can also, can't you do grapeseed as well?
Yeah, grapeseed.
It's high. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure tolerate doesn't.
It does. I think it's. I've read that a couple times.
It does change.
Yeah. Well,
Tolerates.
yeah.
Like the molecular level turns
Yeah.
to bad fat.
And avocado. If you ever see avocado oil, it can go really high too. But I don't
Nice.
see it very often.
They sell it at Trader Joe's. Morgan just got me some because she checked it and it's only avocado. That's all on the recipe.
That's good.
So she just grabbed me some in California.
You know what? I've been frying and I mean, I don't know, my frying or my sauteing, but I've been cooking my potatoes and everything. I've cooked everything in olive oil for years. I've never had a problem with, I mean, if I scorch it, I don't notice any difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think if it gets too high of a heat, it changes. I'm not sure.
The molecular structure, it's true.
Yeah, I think it does, and I think it turns to a bad fat when it gets too high. So you have to be careful
that's not good.
What fats you cook with, because so double check that. I know for sure coconut oil you can cook.
No, yeah, I know
That's
that
my
too.
go-to because I love the flavor of it anyway. Oh, and what's super yummy too, Andy B, is I'll sprinkle that everything but the bagel on top of my veggies when I cook them too.
Yum. I had some hard-boiled eggs, and I would even just put it on my hard-boiled eggs and eat it just like that. So good.
I do that too.
Somebody posted avocado, like made like a little tuna salad, or if you don't eat tuna
Chicken
right now,
salad maybe or whatever.
you could do chicken salad, but it had like whatever you like in it, celery, onions, whatever, and then it had some bacon in it also, because people right now you're going to crave a lot of protein, and protein's going to be good because you're going to need to be filled up. And so we don't recommend always eating as much meat as right now, but right now, or meat or whatever protein, not soy, but eggs or whatever kind of meat you eat. But anyway, that, like a little salad with bacon in it inside of an avocado. And a bunch of people were like, oh, that's so yummy. So that's a lot. And the healthy fats too help, like your body, that also is helping you burn the fat too. We found especially when you're in deep spring. Another huge thing that has slowed people down is stress and not breathing properly. So try and keep your stress down and do those deep breaths. People have not flipped the switch and started breathing, changed nothing else. We're following it perfectly and started doing really deep breathing for like 30 minutes, and it flipped the switch for them. It was like, that's all it took, was the stress can really mess you up. So remember that and recognize that. That's why I think it's so important for you. You feel like you keep taking things away from yourself, and you're depriving yourself of all of these things that you've always used to treat yourself with. And now, instead of looking at it as taking it away, look at it as you're giving to yourself. And now you need to find another way to treat yourself also. Like whatever it is, if it's going on a walk, if it's playing with your cat, you need to take some time for you and treat yourself. Take the time that you used to eat junk food before and do something for yourself. Go give yourself a pedicure, or go buy a little facial or scrub or something, or anything. Take care of you. It's so important, and it's part of the whole program. It's a major part of it. Let me get back to check-ins really quick. before we get too off on everything. Andy,
I'm
do you
ready.
want to say anything else?
I'm good.
Okay. Corey, and everybody jump in too, because if you have a suggestion or input, I like that. It's good.
Okay. So I wanted to say that I just put 3 recipes on Facebook that I have not tried, but I want to cook them, and I believe that the ingredients are fine. So if I'm wrong, you guys just let me know.
Okay.
I made this awesome grocery list, and then I went to Sprouts Market and forgot my grocery list. So I was so frustrated last night when I was in there. And it was like my hungry time. It was like that 5 o'clock, like end of the workday hungry time. So, but what I've been kind of eating on this week is I made a stew with grass-fed beef, sweet potatoes, tomato, chicken stock, butternut squash in the mushrooms in the slow cooker. And I actually ate it like lunch and dinner for a few days. Like I ate on it every time I was hungry, and it
feels
really
hearty, right? You feel like satiated.
Yeah.
That's why, I love that. That's so perfect. It probably made like sort of a gravy too.
It did by yesterday. Well, then last night I left it out by accident yesterday. But yeah, no, it really kind of got me through it got me through the week for sure. It's interesting that you said our bodies are craving a lot of protein right now, because just before I started this, I was about to go vegetarian. Like I was really reading a lot about vegetarianism, and now here I am just eating more steak than I've ever like. I've eaten 2 grass-fed steaks this week, just the whole steak, but I find that I want to eat one thing at a time. So like I'll eat the steak, then I'll eat the vegetables, and then I'll eat, like I feel really limited on what I want to put in, what I'm craving at one time. I don't want the plate with everything on it. I want like one thing at a time. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know if it's because the Alka-Geyser kind of is my go-to too, that it kind of, so I'm trying to just keep my tastes really simple so that I don't freak out, and I don't know how else to explain it. It's just I'm just really focused on myself right now and what I'm eating.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think it's so cool that you're feeling that way and accepting it. Like, who the heck told us we had to sit down with a plate with, several different things on it? If you're wanting to eat a little bit of meat and then eat a little bit of veggies, perfect. Yeah. That's great. If that's what
I'm not usually like that. I'm very I like a plate with a lot of things on it, and I like to mix them. But this week I just like hunkered down in my mind. I don't know how else to explain it, but yeah, I have.
Because you make the rules. You make the rules.
I make the rules. I have not been craving sugar, which is really cool. I never thought this would happen. I'm not craving sugar. I get hungry at that time in the afternoon. That's my rough time right there. But I'm not craving sugar, and I'm not. And my daughter said, "Can I have a lollipop?" And I'm like, "If you need to, I guess." Like I'm feeling pretty committed to the whole fake food thing.
That's awesome.
But like Andy, like you were saying, it's a planning issue. It's just like this weekend, I'm really just hoping that I just take that time to plan and cook, and I need to get more containers, and I need to like get my ducks in a row so I'm not scrambling. Sometimes I feel like I'm scrambling a little bit.
Yeah.
That's why the prep is so good. Like if you could just spend, your grocery day shopping, and then just like for me, it's been hard for me to find, like I said, the soup base. So I've just been getting a whole chicken and baking it, and then making stock, and I'll make like 3 meals out of that and just stick it in the fridge, and it's so easy. When I come home, I'm exhausted and cold, and I want something super easy.
Yeah.
It helps that my kids are not here right now too.
Oh, my poor kids. I've ever since you ladies told me that even my kids are not as important as I am right now, I've been like, you two, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what you guys are going to eat, but I feel like I'm really not. I'm just giving them whatever because I'm so focused on myself.
Well, they might they'll see the changes in you and be like, Mom's Mom's way more in a better mood, and Mom looks really good, and she's happy all the time, and she's got tons of energy. Like, I want some of that.
Yeah.
What's she doing?
Yeah.
They'll figure it out,
Yeah.
and they might not make drastic changes, but they will pick up little
Yeah.
things here and
Oh,
there.
for sure. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I also wanted to say that I read about guar gum because I almost bought coconut milk last night, and then I saw that it had guar gum, and then so I didn't buy it. Then I came home and read about guar gum, and everything that I can find says that it's okay in small amounts. So is that?
Well, not right now. I mean, if you want to later, I think it's a binder, actually, isn't it? It's kind of thickener.
But it's not a chemical. It's
Corey, you didn't
guar.
find it in Trader Joe's, did you?
No.
But there's some without it, I believe. I
Okay.
believe
Yeah,
there is.
so you don't have to have it. I think.
Where we're at right now in the program, you can't have it, and
Okay.
yeah.
That's good to know.
Really, most things that are even in a bottle or a jar or anything, you can't have.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure, though, the one thing that I do still eat, and I need to double check but you guys can check because you guys have a Trader Joe's. My daughter's bringing me home a big supply. That tomatillo, that green salsa, and she checked it too and said, Mom, all it is tomatillo, vinegar, and salt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just looked at it today.
That's all it is, right? There's no other. So
Same with their other salsa. Their
Is
tomato
it in the
salsa.
refrigerated section? Is it that one?
It's that cheap. They have the red.
Oh, in the jar.
It's the
Oh,
green, the medium heat.
The green
yeah.
that's so
Yeah.
yummy. So
Right.
I'll take that, and I usually use like a few. I put this on Facebook too. I'll use like a couple of breasts and a couple of thighs, and pour like 4 thighs and 2 breasts, boneless, skinless. Pour it in the crock pot with a bottle of that, and come home and just kind of pull it apart with chicken, and it makes like people that eat tortillas will eat it on a tortilla like a yummy burrito, or you can put it in the
cabbage wraps.
Yeah. I always used romaine, but I'm going to start using cabbage now because it's all
super great, and it holds together well, and it's not. I don't know. I just love it. I thought
Sounds
I actually
delicious.
wasn't sure that I was going to like it as much as I do.
But you can even put like that thing's super easy to have like on top of some lettuce for a little salad, you know. And you could cut up some cabbage on top for a little crunch, if you know. I don't know.
The good thing is like having the family, like I will, as often as I can, as I try to throw together, when I'm making my alkagizer, I'll also like just put a bunch of stuff in the crock pot. And then when I leave, then I know that there's something that they can eat, and then I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Off the hook.
And it's so nice to come home, even if
it's something I can eat, I'll eat that if I want to. But unless I change my mind, that just gives options. You know, they don't have to eat it either. It's just that I feel maybe it's my guilt for not cooking for people. So there's the crock pot.
Right.
There you go. And they're fine with that. They're pretty easy. I always make pots of stuff anyways. But
so can I share something that I ate that might help you guys if you want a delicious sandwich that will completely make your taste buds happy? I don't know if you like hot stuff, but you have an option of 3 things. But anyway, I made Melanie and Rich's mayonnaise. Delicious. And I put that on romaine, which you can do on cabbage too. And then I put jalapeno, the pickled jalapenos. I ground them up, and I put that on one side. And then on the other side, I put a garlic parsley spread that I make with it's just olive oil, parsley, and garlic.
You told us about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this recipe up. Then I put that on the other side, and then whatever meat of your choice. I did steak, but you can do whatever you want, chicken, whatever, because it doesn't even matter, because all you're really gonna taste is that garlic and those jalapenos, and it's heavenly. And I just wanted to share
delicious.
Yummy.
Oh my God, Oh, and you could put onions on it too. So it's like a deli sandwich.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
just wanted to share that. Now, if you have all those things in your fridge, you don't have to plan for that. You already got it there. I mean, you plan to make it be there, but then it's there. And eggs, hard-boiled eggs. I mean, just
Yeah.
the emergency foods, because I will be the kind of person that I'll work and work and work and be like, I work at home. But I'm like, oh my God, I have to eat. And then I don't know what to eat. So if
Yeah.
I get a soup, then I just throw those hard-boiled eggs on real quick and, whatever. So I
And
just,
you can eat that mustard too. You have to check the mustards. It's like the brown mustard. It's kind of
no, it's Dijon, right?
it's not Dijon. Well, it might be.
What is it
Um,
that you
Stone
like
ground.
that you
Stone
called
Cream?
for?
I
Is
know
it-
they have it at Trader Joe's, and my daughter's bringing me some back. But it's you'll just have to check the label. But all it has is just I can't even recall. But it's nothing in it. It's like totally. I'll
Is
get
it
it.
the stone ground mustard? Is
Yeah,
it
I
that
think
kind of
it's the
thing?
stone ground.
Yeah.
And it's super yummy. I love it. But there's some mustards you can have. You just really have to check the ingredients.
Right.
And I use the mustard powder a lot too for.
Well, your mayonnaise it's already like
Good.
way better than the store one already. I'm already adjusted.
I'm going to make it in the morning.
Put
it's
some
so worth it.
chipotle in, put some chipotle in and make like a little aioli. And then that one with the curry powder and the basil chopped up, mix that with some of that mayo. Oh man, it's so good.
Yeah.
Make the little chicken salad.
All right.
So we can dip our celery into it.
Yeah. I'll take just pieces of chicken and dip it into it.
Yeah.
Like the curry one.
We can have hummus right now, right? We
Yes,
can have
we
hummus.
can.
Oh,
You gotta be careful though, because a lot of them have crap in them.
Yeah, but it's
But we
such
can
a
make our
basic.
own.
You can make it yourself too, but
Yeah.
but that's just a process. But then you can make a whole bunch. But I think most of them are very basic. It's a very basic recipe. So if they're putting
Yeah.
anything else, it's silly.
A lot of them
Was
use
looking
canola
tonight.
oil. I'm not a big fan of canola
Right.
oil, but a lot of them, every single salad dressing I've seen, even the
Has
organic,
canola.
supposedly healthy ones, are canola oil.
I was looking at hummus, and you're right. Everything had canola oil in it. And then Rich says, "Well, don't you make it yourself?" And I'm like, "Duh, I can just make it myself."
It's pretty easy to make too, and you can put as much lemon or garlic or whatever you want in it.
Yeah. Yep,
So
you can
look
put
at the
dill
recipe.
in it. You can put
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff.
Ooh.
Anyway, I just had all my veggies out today, and I was dipping them in hummus, and then I even had a hard-boiled egg, and I'm like dipped it in hummus. I'm like,
Nice.
okie
You
dokie.
could even mix avocado in your hummus to
Mm-hmm.
get some more oomph.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
I mean, just as far as snacking goes or hanging out in front of the TV, I just act like I'm at a party and I just get my hors d'oeuvres out.
See, that's
I
the
like-
thing. You don't have to calorie count. You're not
Yeah.
restricted. What you can eat as much as you can shove in
That's
your
what
mouth.
I like.
Like
Mm-hmm.
you can literally eat all day long if you want
Right.
to. And it's
I
just
love that. Yeah.
caffeine.
Yeah, so I ate like 4 bowls of soup in a row. When I made chili the other day, I just ate, because it was like, take away the grains and everything. So I just was like, I'm just going to sit around and eat like 5 bowls until I
Soups
can't
really
handle
are.
it. Sorry.
Yeah, you're right. Soups are really the best thing, I think, especially right now. They just
Because I can't have dessert. I can't have anything else. So I'm just going to have another bowl. I'm just going to have one
And
more
that's
Right.
bowl.
what
That's
that
why
coconut
wisdoms, too.
stuff's for.
Yeah, you can whip up some coconut.
Yeah. Well, I don't,
With some
to get
nuts.
out of a habit of having a dessert is perfectly fine with
Yeah.
me. I would like to just not have to do that. So,
Olives also are great.
yeah.
Those are good.
I just went olive shopping, actually.
I mean, you don't want to
Yeah.
eat tons and tons, but they're
Mhm.
great. Grab a handful and they're fun.
They have the garlic stuffed
Cover your
ones.
fingers. Put one
Yeah.
on each finger.
Oh, at Grocery Outlet in our town, they have organic macadamian butter. with nothing added. It's just macadamia. And oh my God.
I bet
Really?
that's so rich.
Good.
I didn't. Oh, I bet it is.
You got to grab some. $2.99.
Where?
What do you
At
do with it?
grocery outlet. You eat it.
With a spoon.
Very
Yeah,
good.
exactly. I'll do that with almond butter sometimes.
Oh, it's butter. Like I was thinking, I'm so dumb.
It's
I was
like
thinking it
peanut
was
butter,
something
but
you. Right, doy. I was thinking you
it's
cooked
really
with it.
thin.
Oh my
It's
God, what a
really thin.
dummy.
Oh,
Okay.
and then those nuts, Andrea, the rosemary nuts, do those have anything in them but salt and rosemary?
Oh,
the plant
those are those almonds. I
because
have
those
to
are
go.
yummy. Those
Yeah,
are so good.
they're very oily.
So
So I think it's just salt and rosemary. Those are
I
really
think
good.
so.
They're like a certain type of an almond that feels like a very. It feels like a peeled blanched
They're
almond,
bland.
but
Yeah.
I think it's a kind of an almond because it's even
Oh,
shaped weird. Yeah, it's a
but they
Marcona olive or almond or something. It's
those
a
are at Trader Joe's. So
yeah,
when you go, will you check? Because
yep, I
that's a
will.
really yummy, different
That's a great treat.
flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Those are yummy too.
Yeah, I just bought 4 pounds of pistachios though because the non-smoking thing. I'm gonna be like eating pistachios. I know I'm not
Don't
supposed to
eat
eat a
too
lot.
much.
Well, try not to smoke over here. So we'll see what happens.
Smoke on a celery stick.
I know.
How are you doing, Andrea? How's everything going with you? You were
I'm
kind of
pretty
bummed
good.
out because you hadn't. Are you feeling better?
About wait, what
Because
was I?
you hadn't lost any weight yet, but you know it's
Oh
not.
no, I'm not bummed. I just am real thick around the waist and it's not comfortable. I'm not like I know it's gonna come off. I was just
Yeah.
ready for that to come off. So
Yeah, we're still in sugar burning right now.
right.
But
And,
we're still really quick. Sorry not to interrupt
That's
you.
okay, you're good.
The fruit is still in because we have so much gook and stuff inside of us.
Mhm.
And we're eating it in the morning. We're flushing all that out. It should be coming out pretty quickly, that fruit, in the morning. So it's still important right now. And we are still in sugar burning. Take advantage of it and get your sugar on. Go ahead, Andrea. Sorry.
Well, but did I cut Corey off? We kind of started going there.
She's in the
Okay.
bathroom. We'll come back to her.
Okay. So I'm fine. I'm really digging my Alka-Geyser. I even am drinking like 2 now. I just started today. It's not like I've been drinking 2, but I'm like making my whole refrigerator. If I would just take you guys in there, it's all about me and my Alka-Geyser and my eggs. It's like that's what it is, and there's not much other stuff in there.
The
I cleaned
veggies
up the
take up
fridge
a
and I'm
lot.
like, well, this is what my shopping looks like. What are you guys doing? But yeah, I'm excited because I'm very simple, I don't really think about that I want to eat all the time. I just want to know that when I'm eating, I have something specific that I like that fits in and I don't want to have food on the brain all the time. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I just want it. I want to be able to grab what I need to grab or whatever. And the Alka-Geyser is really carrying me through for a while. And I even, so today and yesterday, I haven't had coffee or cigarettes.
Good.
So I'm already just going to go. I'm not going to go buffer zone. I'm not going to go have a blowout or whatever. I'm just going for it. So today's my second day. And so I decided to eat more fruit for a while today, just in case I felt like I needed to be snacky. But I think I'm going to be all right. I just don't want to talk about it with anybody. I just want to be like, it's just, I'm not even going to focus on it. It's what's happening.
That's how
It's
I
what's
feel.
not for dinner. It's what's not for dinner.
Thank you.
So, and Sandy and I had a conversation. We both had to take a moment, about 5 minutes, I think. And when we talked together, we both went in the bathroom and went, oh, shit. And then we called each other. Yeah, we called each other, and I'm like, I'm not going to talk with anybody about it. She's like, I'm not talking with it. We're just going to do. We're just. That's what's happening.
But I think that's so important is right now, do not concentrate on the negative. Don't dwell on what's being taken out or what you can't
Right.
have.
I'm just trying to get
Really
excited
concentrate.
about what I'm allowed to have.
Exactly. And also, that's like if you did take the time to write down your why in the beginning, maybe, or if some of you might be still looking at it every day, some of you might not, or even if you just mentally had your why and never wrote it down, check in with yourself every day, every couple days at least, and really think about why you're doing this and just reconfirm with yourself and really start getting excited about it. I mean, freaking Andy already lost 8 pounds.
I know that's
Hey.
badass.
And look at Sandy's been having some great energy. And I mean, all of you I see a difference in. And just keep focusing on what your end result is. And you're already there. Like the beginning, all of this was prep. Every bit of it was prep getting you going. And now like the really cool stuff is about to happen. And we're going to see some cool transformations pretty quick here now.
I
Hey,
also,
you guys,
I,
sorry,
oh, go
I
ahead,
got
San.
to go because Oliver's here and we're going to play music. And
Oh, Oliver's there.
Okay,
Yeah.
now you didn't get to check in, but you'll be first to check in.
Oh no, that's fine. I'm a big mouth. I always check in. Bye, you guys. I love you.
Bye, Sandy.
Bye. Have a
Bye.
good time.
Bye.
Thank you.
That's my son who she's going to play music with.
Oh, that's so
Cool.
rad.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I love that.
Yeah, me too. I love it too.
So you're good. You're just doing your thing, and you're
I want to. Yeah, I think so. I'm really feeling like like I just used to joke about the Alka-Geyser. Now I'm like, I gotta have my Alka-Geyser. I better get an Alka-Geyser. What am I gonna have? I don't have enough stuff for my Alka-Geyser. Maybe I should have another Alka-Geyser. You know what I mean? So I'm really like, it's like my gig, and I need it to really be super dark green. Like, so I've gotten, when I go and get the lacinato kale, and I don't know if you all have a juicer or not, but I really, especially because I'm quitting a bunch of other things, and I really need, and I'm just like ending menopause, so I really need to get like the most, when the stuff comes out of the juicer and it's super dark green, I'm like, okay, that's like the gold right there. And I need my Alka-Geyser to be really dark, because I feel like that's the foundation of what's going to make everything else easier. So
but you're still adding that to your appetizer. You're still getting all your.
Yeah, I do my Alka-Geyser, whatever, regular, but I'm not putting water unless need to just, but I keep coconut water on hand too, just so it can be thinner. But I've been juicing every other day with the kale and the celery, and sometimes I'll just put a little ginger or whatever, but that it's super dark green, and that's what I use for my liquid in my Alka-Geyser. So I was going to post a picture of how dark my Alka-Geyser was with the Jacqueline juicer that was only $80 at Costco. And it might be a little more nowadays because I got it a few years ago, but it's been kicking butt for me for 5-6 years. And it's not that expensive, and it's a great thing because you can add more vitamins to your Alka-Geyser without having to drink 10 Alka-Geysers. Do you know what I'm saying, guys?
Yeah.
So I feel like that this is why I'm going to be able to to be off coffee. Like I don't feel as sharp and like all tweaked out like I'm going to do 10 projects, but I do. But I still have energy, and I feel like I can make it through the day, and I'm still splitting wood in the backyard, and and doing my laundry and whatever the heck without coffee, and running to the store, just doing what I gotta do. Did you get
any headaches or withdrawals from?
No, because I don't know why. I think I just had 1 cup in the morning, and that's it. And I was mostly a one Americano drinking gal.
It might be because you're dosing. I'm pretty sure dark greens have the B12, right? It might be because that helps with the headaches and stuff. The B12.
I don't really ever get headaches
So
unless
it
I
might be
don't drink enough water. That's about the only time I don't
even
get
on
it.
withdrawals, coffee. You don't usually get them.
I've never, I don't think I've had, I probably had coffee withdrawals when I was really young, and I would drink coffee all day long because I thought it was groovy or whatever. But coffee's been a tool for me for a long time. Anyway, I'm just saying, I feel like that's where it's going to be most important to get, because I'm not going to sit around and eat a bunch of kale like that. I'm just not going to.
Yeah, just get
It's
it
just
all
not
in.
my favorite. And I got the
Just make
baby
sure-
kale from Costco, and I put that in my soup because it's tiny, but it's not my favorite kale. It's not the Lost and Not of Dinosaur kale. That's
Yeah.
the dark. That's the darkest green thing that I can possibly find as a vegetable. Wouldn't you agree, Mel?
Yeah, it's
Like,
pretty
I
fun.
don't know. Yeah. So
I think-
anyway, I feel
Yeah,
like
I think that's awesome. That's great. So you're getting, as long as you're getting all your fiber with your other stuff.
yeah, I'm putting fiber and stuff. I just want to add, I feel like I'm adding extra vitamins in
just
there
extra.
just so when I'm cutting out all this stuff, I'm not going to freak out because I'm going to be like, I
That's
just think
great.
feeling.
And you're
I
fine
just-
with everything else. You're fine off the bread and everything else. This is
Yeah,
hard.
I've been good. The bread has never really been, of course I like bread, who doesn't like bread, but it's not really a problem for me because I did back in the day, I've done Atkins and low carb diet. So that's why I'm like, oh, wraps are no big deal, whatever, and I even now can have soup and not feel like I need to have 3 pieces of sourdough toast with butter, which is
Right.
totally amazing, but I can think about it and smell it when it's cooking, but I don't feel like I have to have it. You know what I mean?
Perfect.
So I feel pretty good about that.
That's great.
So I feel like I had a head start on that though, because I've always kind of been like that.
Yeah, good.
Anyway, as far as everything, yeah, I think that's the main thing. I feel like the Alkagizer is what's saving my life over here.
That's perfect. So you're
Yeah.
right on track, and you're finding what you need to make it work right for you. And Andrea or Andy, I was going to say, there's a lot of paleo recipes that there are paleo a lot that have dairy in them too, but there's a lot of paleo recipes that are Wild Fit friendly.
Those are all the ones that I found via Paleo. Yeah.
Perfect. And then you could just take out what you're not allowed to have if they're,
Right, you could just take things out and put something different in. Like I roasted garlic in my oven and then just squeezed a bunch of lumpy roasted garlics in my soup last night, and then they were just floating around in there. Yeah,
that roasting it makes it not have that strong flavor. It's like
it's a different flavor. Yeah,
it's.
I
nice.
like all the different garlic flavors. Like I would just put whole garlic in my soup if my family would be okay with that.
My niece, my 13-year-old niece, comes home from school and her go-to snack is to take a whole clove of garlic and cook it up in a pan, and she'll just eat that like her snack. That's her like.
Oh, how funny! Well, she's
Jada-
not getting sick or a boyfriend.
Yeah, he
Good
loves
for
it.
her.
But it's not that super gnarly because when you cook it down, it's pretty. Oh, it's so yummy. So I'll really try and start sharing more recipes, and everybody, if you come up with something good, share it with each other, and we'll see if we can get some more recipes out there. But we're gonna be okay. We're gonna get through this. The soups and the stew type things, those things are awesome. And if you can just cook a couple on the weekend and have them in your fridge, and you can switch them out and go to have different go-tos, and then like having all your veggies cut up and prep. If you can take one day.
And you guys, rosemary grows all over the place, doesn't it? Does it around you guys? Just grab.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you have it in your yard, but just grab that, and you can get bay leaf too. Bay leaf trees are all over the place. If you just ask somebody, just network, and then you can go grab a branch and just keep that in your kitchen and pull the bay leaves off. And you can use both of those things. You can throw those right in the pot with whatever you're making, you know, if you're if you're doing a crock pot or whatever, or even just in a pot of soup.
Yeah.
You know, that
Or
stuff
you
is.
can just get like that 21 season salute at Trader
Well,
Joe's.
sure.
Have
There's all
anything in
kinds
it,
of
but
stuff.
if you don't have time to go find the tree or you're too shy.
Well, I was just trying to see, because if you buy a thing of bay leaf, it's like $7. It's
I know.
ridiculous. So that makes
Trader
me
Joe's
mad.
is really awesome, and it has a lot of their spices have nothing in it except for the spice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so Trader Joe's is a great place to go get a lot of your stuff. And the organic coconut oil or coconut milk is great there too, and it's cheap. Everything's cheaper there too. So, I won't go over all the stuff. You guys all know that what's taken out. You know to breathe. You know to drink your water. One thing, if you're trying to get, we're still not quite in fat burning yet, but to get things moving a little, take a little brisk walk, do some stretching, move around a little bit. Don't do any heavy exercise. I wouldn't suggest more than just a short walk or something here and there, because we're not trying to get our heart rate up. We want to keep it, you know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm supposed to be strolling with the dogs?
Yeah, like you can have a brisk walk. You can have a brisk walk, but definitely where you can still talk. But you don't have to exercise at all if you don't want to. It's just, it gets your metabolism going a little bit. Please don't go work out hard right now. Your body's doing a lot of work already. We're cleansing it and cleaning it out. So if you're already a hardcore, you know, sports person or runner or something, you can, but you know, I wouldn't, don't push it hard. Walking is good though. It's great. Or do a little stretch, or, you know.
I want to apologize that I've been a flake and I haven't put anything on, any recipes or anything on Facebook. And I take pictures of stuff, you guys, and then I'm like, because I've just been so not very Facebook savvy for a long time, and I'm just figuring out how to post stuff again, because I can't get it to the wild fit. Like I have to go into Facebook, and then I got to find somebody, then I got to click on the wild fit, and I'm like, how do I get in? And then I'm like, I just think about doing all that, and I go, I'll do it later.
You need to learn how to get on easier.
And I'm like, that's not nice. I have to get these on there.
Well, I think once people start having a few basic recipes, they can work off of those too. But still all the time, like Morgan, my daughter, all the time goes online looking for some fun recipe that she saw somewhere or something and creates it herself. She does it all the time, and it's beyond amazing.
You have to trust. You just got to try stuff, and you're really not going to fail. It's just going to taste like, you'll be like, oh, well, maybe I need to add, or if you added too much, then you're like, well, I guess next time. But usually it'll. Yeah,
or you
go
can
ahead.
come on Facebook and ask for advice too. Be like, I'm trying to make this. Do you think this would work this way? Because I'm sure Andrea could help. Sandy or Paula would love to help.
Well, you should probably email me or text me, because I probably won't go on Facebook. Then you'll be in the kitchen going, geez, she's not getting back to me. Yeah.
There's an easier way for you to get onto the site on Facebook. You need to go ask Oliver or Iris, or are you on your phone, Andrea, or on?
Yeah, I'm on my.
You're going on to WildFit, to our group. I'll call you and we'll figure out how you can go straight onto our group instead of trying to find a person to get in there.
Well, I just get onto Facebook, but I don't know why. Because you know what, I went off Facebook for a year, and then everything's all different. I feel like, and I'm like, okay, I don't know. There's certain ways I don't know how to. I know how to basically navigate, but then I can't even find Joe's group. Like I'm in Joe's memorial, my kid's father's memorial. I can't even figure out where it is.
I'll call you and tell you how to
it's like,
with my phone.
Right.
You have an iPhone, right?
Yes, I do.
So I'll tell you how to do that. It's pretty easy.
Yeah. I'm kind of not super savvy with stuff like that. And I type slow too. Anyways, but I know how to chop wood.
Well, you can make a little video too, Andrea, and
Yeah.
save it and post that.
Okay.
I was thinking of doing that. I thought it might be easier than trying to.
Oh, like when I'm cooking it or whatever.
Or you can
Make a
just say,
cooking
this
video.
is how you can tape yourself, record yourself on your phone,
Oh, uh-huh.
and just say how you do it instead of
Right.
having to type it out and then just post it to our group. Nobody else is going to see it but us.
Right.
So I was thinking of doing that too because it might be easier than writing it all out. But then you guys all have to just listen to me babbling.
I like listening to you.
Does anyone else want to share anything, or did you, anything exciting, or any struggles, or any questions, or
No.
anything? I'm so
Well,
proud of
it's
you guys.
been
You're all
cool.
doing so
Look,
good.
this is my snack.
What is it? Pickle?
No, it's roasted Brussels sprouts with coconut, like tossed in
Oh,
coconut oil and then
delicious.
roasted.
I just bought a bunch of Brussels sprouts. Yummy. So
Annie
how'd you
doesn't
do
like
that
them.
real quick? Oh, you know, she's barfing over there.
She's like,
Oh.
not even with bacon.
Oh.
Oh, that's
Okay, so-
right. And that sounds really good.
Yeah, that's
Um,
okay.
I'll
Fine.
You just
Yeah,
you
I
roast them in the oven or in a pan, Corey?
No, in the oven, but okay, so cut them in half,
Uh-huh.
parboil them for like a minute, just
Oh.
throw them in boiling water for like a minute at the
Yeah.
most, then strain them, and then put them in a big Pyrex dish, and
Mm-hmm.
put some oil and sea salt on there, and toss it up.
Can
And
you
then
throw
pop
some
them up.
garlics in there too?
Yeah, totally. And then put them in the oven for an hour.
An hour
That's what I did. Yeah.
on 350?
Yep.
Wow, that's a long time.
I know.
I like mine cooked too. And then you sprinkle everything but the bagel on top of them, and they're super
I don't even know
creamy.
about everything but the bagel. I don't know about that. I've got to go check
You have to
that
get it
out.
at Traders. They have it in
Okay.
their spice section. Go to the
Okay.
spice section and hang out for a
Okay.
minute. It's not very
Yeah,
big,
they've got
and
everything.
everything's like
Okay.
$1.99. Like
That's
all
a
the
way to
different
change it
Judah.
up too, Andy B.
All right.
Go to Trader Joe's in their spice section and read what's on the back, and you can change the same recipe you always make, just changing the spices.
That's
Okay.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Get
But we-
experimental. It's so many windows are already for Sandy too, and she knew how to cook just because she is eating a different way. She's like, I never even went to these departments in the store. You know, it's like mind blowing for her. But she knows how to cook, and she knows, but we're still sharing, and it's just these windows are going to open up. We can all do this stuff. It's super easy. You just got to trust that you're going to go in the kitchen and chop up some stuff, and it's going to work out.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're going to be like,
listen to
this actually tastes good with that,
My daughter
Yeah.
made me, let me just give you a quick example. So she loves chicken piccata, and we didn't want to eat like chicken piccata, buttery chicken piccata. So she made chicken breasts. She pounded them down. She dredged them in egg and coconut flour, and then cooked them in coconut oil just to give them a little crisp. And then she whipped up piccata sauce with like lemon and capers and coconut oil, and I don't remember everything she put in it, but it tasted so much like chicken piccata. I didn't have it with pasta or anything, but it was so dreamy. So if there's like a dish that you really like, and you just want some suggestions on how maybe to make it healthy, just tell us, and we'll all get together and brainstorm. Here's another one. This is what Eric does. He grates cabbage. And he uses Asian spice, and he cooks the cabbage up a tiny little bit and puts Asian spice on it, and it's like rice. It totally has the texture and flavor of rice. And you can get Asian spices. Just make sure it's, you want
No
to check the
MSG
ingredient,
in
but
there. Yeah.
Asian markets are a great place to go get your veggies too if you're anywhere.
If they put their stuff in English, sometimes they don't, but sometimes they do. Or you could ask the lady or the guy at the counter if it has any sugar or
That's
whatever.
True.
Yeah.
That's true. But I bet Trader Joe's has one.
Asian spice.
Yeah, or you could Google.
You could
what
just put a couple
spices
different
are.
spices in. We have an international market here, and they have. You guys have seen the little packets
World Market.
of. Oh,
World
well, I
Market.
have. This
ahead.
is an old school. Like there was an old man there, Melanie. You know what it is if I took you there. But it's international market, and it's just very basic. And they have this whole wall of little packets of like cumin and turmeric, and so you can make your own curry if you wanted to, your own
Yeah.
curry powder. So you could go in, and so you know exactly what's in your garam masala powder because you made it, and you just
Right.
look up what the
And
ingredients for zippity do, and you go buy the packets and make your own spice mixture.
Paula
You-
posted several of those, the little spice mixtures. She did
Yeah.
like
Oh, okay. Cool.
yeah. Paula posted a few of those, so that's great.
Yeah. So there's that type of dealie.
So Andy, you could make a list of different spices you might want when you go to the big city. You can do a little extra shop. Okay, we're way over.
Okay, we're way
We're
over.
only
We got
15 over, but anybody else want to share anything before we go? You guys
good.
all good to go? You're gonna make it through the weekend? You don't.
Yeah.
You can start or
I'm
not.
really glad that we got to see. I didn't get to see you guys on Monday, and I'm really glad that I got to see you all. Like really
Me
glad.
too. Me too.
Hugely. Yeah.
It's good
Nice to see you, Corey. You
You
guys
too.
sleep well tonight.
Okay, sweet dreams. We'll see you
You too.
Monday.
Okay.
Have a
Thank
great
Love
week.
you. You
Love
too.
you.
Happy
Bye.
weekend. Bye.
Bye bye.
How do I do this? Bye, Mel.
Bye, Andy.
I love you.
Love
How you doing?
I'm okay.
Turn off record. Turn off record.